Finally, Pico 4 is here, and their timing couldn't be more perfect. Not only does this headset look strikingly similar to the IOI headset from Ready Player One, but their data collection policies might make Pico look more like IOI than ever. Or maybe Meta is the bad guy here, and Pico is our saviour. Either way, one thing is for sure, and that's Pico could bring something that VR is desperate for. And that's competition. This battle to own our digital existence is just getting started, and while it might be the battle of the bad guys, someone will come out on top. It might be Pico, Meta, or another company entirely. To get to the bottom of this, we must ask the question, why the Pico 4 is such a big deal? Firstly, the Pico 4 is in the perfect position right now. They literally couldn't have picked a better time to reveal this headset. We are at the 2-year mark of the release of the Quest 2, of which they had just raised the prices, and with the Quest Pro around the corner, but at a potential price out of reach from the typical consumers, the Pico 4 is in the perfect market for someone looking for a slight upgrade from the Quest, but at a price tag now cheaper than the Quest. For reference in terms of specs, the Pico sits here, in between the Quest Pro and the Quest 2. The Pico will use the same Snapdragon XR2 chip as the Quest 2, but with 2GB more RAM. A minority of features don't quite match up to the Quest 2 specs, like the refresh rate and a form of link cable. But also, in some ways the Pico can be comparable to the Quest Pro, with a screen resolution of 2160 by 2160, with pancake lenses and colour pass-through, which will allow for augmented reality. These features all match the Quest Pro spec sheet. This is one mighty headset, with insane value for money. Pico have also taken a step away from the copycat design of the Pico 3 with a whole new design that more resembles an IOI headset. I actually love this design, but the features don't stop there. The headset also has excellent weight distribution, with the batteries attached to the rear of the device. This makes the front of the headset 40% lighter than the Quest 2, with a smaller overall size due to those pancake lenses. If you've never tried a headset with rear weight distribution, there is a night and day difference in comfort. And yet, there is still more. Pico also announced their fitness bands that attach to your legs, which, I quote, will be able to track your body movements, that will be able to detect actions such as shaking, tilting, and kicking. All I can say about this is wow. I was wondering when we'd see the day where a headset would surpass the Quest in performance and price, and it looks like this could be that day. With so many new features and possibilities, this is a true consumer next-gen VR headset. Yes, it doesn't have face tracking or eye tracking. They are saved for the Pico 4 Pro. This is the stepping stone in consumer VR that we've all been looking for. It has enough features to make it a worthy purchase, and if you were looking for an upgrade from the original Quest, Pico might have just swayed the opinions. But, and there are a few buts. First off, the software isn't advanced as Meta's. The Pico's user interface resembles more of the early days of the Quest. Whilst many games are on Pico, and plenty more to come, you won't have the same experience. Quest is the first mass-adopted consumer VR headset, and they have the lead in almost every software department. More games, more features. But this doesn't mean Pico won't eventually get all the same features. It will just take time and investment, which shouldn't be a problem, as the one thing both Meta and ByteDance have an abundance of is money. But the source of that money is also where but number 2 arises. The Pico is owned by the same company that owns TikTok. Their data collection policy nearly got them banned from several countries for reasons such as keystroke tracking. Companies like ByteDance know what you Google, when you Google, and where you Google. They know pretty much everything about your online presence if you use TikTok, for example. But I will slightly defend this. Meta is doing the same. While this doesn't make it right, just, or fair, TikTok wouldn't be where it is without their data collection policy, nor would Meta. They show you the content you find interesting, because they use your data to keep you interested. The reason for their success is also the reason for that downfall. These companies are pushing the boundaries of the technology we want, so unfortunately, it's a double-edged sword we have to take. Businesses have to make money, and unfortunately there is no more profitable way to make money than with information. Our only escape from this data collection matrix is with companies only trying to make money and profit from the hardware and games they sell. Vario and Valve could be an example. So to conclude, if you want to upgrade just to escape the meta matrix, it might not be a worthy compromise. But if you're looking for what is essentially a hardware upgrade with greater comfort and form factor than both the Quest and the Quest 2 at a cheaper price, then this might be the headset for you. Pico is initially releasing in Europe, Japan and South Korea, starting at €429, shipping on October 18th. A US release date is also expected, but no word has been given to that yet. If you like this video, then you'd probably like these. As always, I'll catch you on the next one.